Hi, beautiful people. I'm elated to welcome you to the first episode of Burst the Myth with moi, Adiola Adeshina. In this episode, I'm going to be bursting 6 myths about happiness. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. I'm sure you're familiar with terms like COVID-19, Ebola virus, break fast, last. Well, you know Sakpa, you know Jakpa. But are you aware that destination happiness syndrome is a thing? It is dangerous and it needs to be checked. Well, what is destination happiness syndrome? Destination happiness syndrome is the notion of not being content with life at its present. The grass is always greener on the other side. You say things like, I'll be happier in my next job. I'll be happier when I move to the next apartment. I'll be happier if I lose 6 pounds. I mean, even on the ATM queue, instead of you to stay true to your queue, your eye is fixated on the other queue. Then you have to move to the other queue, you line up again, and before you know it, the person in the position you left on your original queue has withdrawn. But you're on the other queue. When it gets to your turn, the ATM stops dispensing. No be crazy be that. So yeah, destination happiness syndrome is really dangerous. It needs to be checked. It is dangerous. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I said I was going to be bursting 6 myths about destination happiness syndrome. Now, I was going to be bursting 6 myths about happiness. Number 1, there's a notion that happiness is a destination. No, this is not correct. Happiness is not a destination. It is not a place that you can book lag ride or Uber to. No, happiness is not a destination. It is a mindset. It is a state of the mind. You just have to be happy. You owe it to yourself to be happy. Number 2 is that happiness equates money. Money is not everything. Even the wealthiest people sometimes are not happy. Money does not mean happiness. Well, as for me, I'd rather cry in a black benzo than, crying on the streets of Lagos because money is not happiness. No, you can be rich, but happiness is from within. It's a state of mind. Money and happiness, they are not attached. Being rich does not mean you're happy. So you just have to take conscious efforts. You have to decide to be happy. You have to be a happy person. Number 3 myth about happiness is that happiness is a solo endeavor. Don't be selfish. That is narcissistic. Don't be a narcissist. Happiness is not a solo endeavor. You can be happy with people. Like, let's just be happy together. It's not about things like, okay, I'll do anything I like as far as it makes me happy. No, your decision affects other people consciously or unconsciously. So let's just be happy. Let's be happy together. Number 4 notion about happiness that is wrong is that having more leads to happiness. The society, or rather, our society makes us believe that having more means we're going to be happy. No. In fact, it increases your stress level, because when you have more, your attention is divided. You don't pay attention to this and that, and at the end of the day, you're stressed. So having more does not necessarily mean you will be happy. Number 5 notion about happiness that is wrong is that you cannot be happy when things are not going your way. When things are going south, when there's trouble and tribulations, you can't be happy. No. You can be happy in whatever situation you find yourself. Because bad things are happening and things are not going your way does not mean you don't deserve to be happy. You have to find happiness. It's really the little things. You just have to make yourself happy no matter what. The number 6 myth about happiness is that success leads to happiness. No. Success does not necessarily lead to happiness. Of course, when you're successful, you can be happy about your success, but it does not equate to being happy. Being successful does not equate to being happy, because we've had situations whereby really successful people commit suicide. So what could have caused that? And even at times, the least happy people are really successful. So happiness and success although they live in the same neighborhood, but really being successful does not mean you're going to be happy. You just have to take the conscious effort to be happy. Destination happiness syndrome is really bad. It is disastrous, because at the end of the day, when we take the next step or the next decision, we get there and find out it's just an anticlimax, which leaves us disappointed, deflated. So you have to take conscious effort to be happy. In most cases, destination happiness syndrome is caused by lack of acceptance of oneself and believing that happiness is a goal or something that needs to be achieved. Well, I'm going to be giving possible ways in which one can put destination happiness syndrome in check. Number one, keep a gratitude diary. You can have a journal of things that you're grateful for. Number two, accept yourself for who you are. Love yourself. Be happy with yourself. Number three, don't try to compare yourself with other people. Social media, oh my God, be careful of what you consume on social media. Number four, you have to make positive affirmations about yourself. Say positive things about yourself. Remember that you're your greatest critic. Whatever you consume your brain, whatever you feed your brain with will germinate, and it in turn becomes feelings and all of that. So you just have to be consciously happy. Make conscious efforts to be happy. Stop jumping from one place to the other like a bouncing baby girl. So the question then is, are you really happy? For me, I'm happy-go-lucky and I'm full of life. I hope that you're happy, and I hope that this video helps you. So please do me a favor, till I come your way next time. Try to like, subscribe, and share. Love y'all.